Sydney Football Stadium. Apparently there's been a protest lodged here by the St George Illawarra Club about the Northern Eagles having 14 players on the park in the period coming up to half-time, in the seconds, the dying seconds coming up to the break. St George Illawarra coming back, looking at a 6-2 deficit. One try in the first half to Josh Smith. Let's have a look at some statistics out of the game. And here they are coming up for Mitsubishi. First half stats.
Northern Eagles have had 22 opportunities with the ball. St George Illawarra 17. Other than that, it's all fairly even. 3 line breaks to nil for Northern Eagles. A little bit more creative around Matt Orford. They're in the half-back position. Both sides will be looking for better work with the handling errors. 9 against St George Illawarra. That's not going to get them a win today.
Top performers there for you, Paul Vorton.
Yeah, Nathan Blacklock's looked quite dangerous on some occasions there. His handling's leaned down a couple of times. Luke Bailey's been really good. 22 tackles, that memorable one on, of course, Brendan Reeves, who was away. Some good 95 metres, well done. Nathan Brown, very dangerous around the rucks as always. And for the Eagles, Matt Orford's been very busy. Adam Muir very strong out there, hasn't he? Some good offloads by him. And Brendan Reeves playing at 5/8 today, doing a great job for the Eagles.
Mark Oaten charge of the struggle, and that's exactly what it is. A win imperative for both sides. Josh Stewart with the first carry back for the Eagles. And this is Daniel Gartner taking 3 men down in the tackle with him. One of them was Lightvold, the other was, or one of the others was Bartram and Hart. And now it's Paul Stringer. Made a strong contribution on a couple of occasions in the first half. Here's the other front row forward now, Stewart. Second hit up on the first set of 6 after the break for Stewart. And now Reeves. They lost Butner early in the game with a caught thigh. And there is no good news in that department, looking at it. No sign of Michael. 27 out from their own line, so the Dragons with their first set since the break. Murphy. Apparently Butner is still trying to get total freedom in that thigh muscle. Shot of him down on the sidelines. I fancy that he might have been heading back to the tunnel. Brown now trying to work something down the rather wide short side. Long ball out there finding Hooper, and Hooper away for Barrett out wider, putting a kick in. It's a towering kick. Andrew King right underneath it. Catching anything out there today is difficult. Catching a goal mightn't be difficult, but catching footballs can be a real problem. Grogan playing the ball now. Nigel Roy going down the left side. Tackled by Barrett. Menzies a dummy half, turning it on the inside for Smith. This is the boy that got the try, former Sydney Roosters player. And Orford for Muir. Muir running straight at Brown with the ball in one hand like a big talon. Muir, nobody gets it away better than him. So Reeves puts a kick in. It looks as though it's well weighted. And Amos Roberts. Well, gee, the chase on the kick was disgraceful. When he actually put his hands on the ball, Amos Roberts, there wasn't a player inside the 20-metre line giving chase. Here it is again on replay. Look at this. Andrew Voss is back from the shed. Let's go to him for his halftime report, Andrew.
And Ray, I'm with the injured Dragons, New South Wales and Australian centre Sean Timmins. Well, David Waite, Andrew Farrer, the co-coaches at halftime. I don't think it'd be too flattered with the Dragons' performance.
No, they weren't too happy. They just sort of said if we can hold on to the ball in this second half and be a bit patient, hopefully we might be able to get away with it. But he just said just try and control the ball.
Sean, in the camp going into the game, had there been a drop in confidence? You have lost your last 2 going into this one.
Yeah, not really. The boys that know that this is a pretty big game for us. We know we need to win, so I think their confidence is all right. But yeah, just hopefully we can get away with the win this afternoon.
And an update on your own condition. Any news as far as the knee injury is concerned? How long are we looking?
Yeah, well, it's not as bad as I first thought. The doctor thought I'd torn my medial ligament, but it's not that. So it's only like bruised bone. So hopefully I'll be a chance to play in the third Origin.
Well, that's good news for Sean Timmins, just from the Eagles camp. Thanks for your time, Sean, from the Eagles camp. Ray, Peter Sharp was a pretty confident coach at half-time. He just thought if they really get up and hustle this St George Illawarra side, they will make some mistakes. And basically on Michael Butner, it's still not looking flash. I mean, he's putting every effort into getting back out onto the field, but it doesn't. His chances are decreasing as this match goes on.
Okay. Thank you for that, Andrew. Penalty going to the Eagles. He was playing an advantage there. Now Goddard, like a thief in the night, behind Mark Oden's back, took the tap and up the field he went.
There's two, come on, work here again.
40-metre line, St George Illawarra's end of the park. Play by Josh Stewart. And this is Paul Stringer. Stringer getting it away, and Brandon Reeves was there. Goes back onto the left of the ground. Orford, inside ball. Menzies is going over for the corner. Menzies is in. Menzies scores. The Northern Eagles, they get their second try of the day.
Yes, what an explosive player he is and has been for the last, 7-8 years, Stephen Menzies. One of the great try-scoring back rowers I've ever seen. This all came from a good offload from Stringer. Held up, then they changed the angle. Good ball, that one. And look at this little bloke. Lovely pass there, back on the inside. Nathan Brown couldn't get over there in time. Once you give the Beaver a bit of room, it's all over Red Rover.
He loves some space out on the outside. Stephen Menzies been advocating his inclusion in the State of Origin team. He would love the wide open spaces provided by those halves. But this little black Orford, he has made a difference. And this is the second time that he has put Menzies into space in this game. This time he finds the in goal. Nathan Brown a little lazy back on the inside, and Menzies has the ability to stop, change direction, and then accelerate quickly, all in a twinkling. And it was just too much for the St George Illawarra defence. Striding out, Blacklock and Roberts come across to no avail. He plants that one down, and that is a pretty handy lead for the Northern Eagles.
Well, he tripped himself, the Beaver, too. I don't know if you saw it. Almost got his own legs tangled up. What was it, the Kangaroo Tour of '94? He scored a poultice of tries. Reeves hooking it. So no addition. 10-2. The Beaver gets another one as we take a break. Royal Stadium hosting St George Illawarra, the home side today, against the Northern Eagles, who came here today winless away this season. In fact, they haven't won a match since Canberra in round 13. Just beyond the 30-metre line. That's where they are on the competition table. After 16 rounds. And one would fear for a top 8 berth for the loser of this match today. Muir. Home and away record there. Not bad for St George Illawarra at home, but the Eagles are playing for their first away win. At the moment, looking okay. Roberts. That's a better chase. 5 metres back into the field of play. Oh, Ainscough, did he knock on? Yes, he did. Uh-oh. Jamie.
And as Ray Warren said, the spirit of the chase puts St George Illawarra under pressure here. This is what the game is all about. And Jamie Ainscough trying to get a longer pass, thinking about what he was about to do. Not the job at hand, and he's come up with a vital error. Gives the Northern Eagles. That was a good positive set of 6 from the Northern Eagles. They caught the kick-off, worked the play upfield, good kick into the corner with a great chase. They deserve this opportunity.
The Eagles setting it up. Reeves. Now they'll come back. Orford delivering back for Reeves. Reeves, I don't think he was intended for it. It was another one of those plays from the Eagles that just looked a bit haphazard, not really knowing what they were doing. Stringer, 3 metres from the line, tackled by Brown and by Ward. Goddard sweeping it to the eastern side. Orford got a flick pass away. It came off Menzies, caught by Ward. Well, that was nearly shut the gate time.
Yeah, playing with plenty of confidence, Matty Orford. As he made a half break there. ran to the line, got through it, knew there was someone there. The ball couldn't be taken.
Yeah, you see who that someone was? Steve Menzies. He's been crying out for someone to follow. He just may have found it in Matty Orford.
Not too late for the Dragons. Miles of time. And they've only been able to kick one goal, the Eagles. Well, that's basically kept St George Illawarra in the race at the moment. That kick forcing a scrum. 20 in, 10 out from the Eagles line. 10-2, 2 tries. Smith and Menzies crossing for the Eagles. Some of those pictures coming out of Bruce Stadium earlier today, just repeating, it is heavy snow and presenting players down there with awful problems. Canberra's been susceptible to the snowflakes before, but I can't recall a rugby league match actually being played in it. Not in the top level anyway. Nigel Roy busting outside the 20-metre line. Pulled down eventually by Bartram. Here's Dan Gartner. Gee, that was a good tackle by Lightwell. Heavy contact. And Gartner on his 30-metre line plays it. Adam Muir takes it ahead. Very willing worker. Offload back for Paul Stringer. Stringer gets away from Bailey. Gets the ball away for Gartner. Gartner for Roy. Roy stands. Gets it away for Goddard. Goddard is held there by Hookie and cleaned up by Bailey.
Yeah, better play from the Northern Eagles forwards. I'm sure Peter Sharp has told him to start challenging this St George Illawarra side, see how much they want the win, and at the moment their spirit with running the ball is really causing them some problems.
Amos Roberts bringing it back to the 30-metre line. Taken down by Trindle and Gartner and Ainscough dummy half, and it's with Blacklock now. Met by Goddard and Trindle, and then Ainscough dummy half again, finding Tracy as the crowd groans their disapproval for a slender 10 metres from Oaten. Just into the Eagles half now. Brown right on the line, right on the ad line for Ainscough. They don't leave any room for error, do they, these dummy halves like Brown? Away from Hooper into the hands of Barrett, and Barrett's kick swirling around. Grogan's got his hands on it. Blacklock's got his hands on him, and with Hookie's help they put him away. Eagles then coming off their own line down in that eastern corner. Nigel Roy for Goddard, and Goddard for Smith. Smith away for Gartner. Gartner taken by Tracy, and they're still back on their 20-metre line. Third tackle is gone. Goddard running into a bit of traffic, giving it back for Gartner. Gartner again taken down by Bartram. 30-metre line, fourth tackle, and now Cunningham is taken down on the 5th. So they've come 30 metres on 5, and Orford gets a fairly good kick away. Blacklock taking Roberts with him out to the 30-metre line, not using him.
This is the third week in a row now St George Illawarra have been forced to do it from behind. I think I said 3 weeks ago they're a far better side when they're in front. Young Trent Barrett, Luke Brannigan have got to start to take control of this game. Parramatta put it to them, the Roosters put it to them, and now the Northern Eagles have, and they're just not responding today.
Murphy finding Brown. Nathan's into a gap. The support is there. Murphy backed him up on the inside and plays the ball. Brown is there for dummy half. Ainscough. Ainscough puts a kick in. They'll clean it up, the Eagles. Well, was that the option? And I know hindsight is beautiful.
Well, the defence was up very quickly, but for mine, a premature kick there from Ainscough. Good bust, good ball that one, Nathan Brown. And look who gets him. He comes from nowhere to make the try-saving tackle on Murphy. It was Stephen Menzies. Not only a great attacking player, one of the best technical defenders you've ever seen. There is space out there, isn't there, out wide?
And that's what I call about Brannigan and Barrett. As soon as that break was made, they had to be at first receiver on the next play. Ainscough floated in from the left-hand side, took the ball, but it's a specialist position. You've got to have someone there with a little bit of calmness about them. Ainscough ended up kicking out of spontaneity and it just fizzled out.
Bailey now. This is Lamy,
There's 2. All the way here, Brendan.
centre of the ground, 30 metres away from the line. Dragons, a good opportunity to claw their way back. Hookie. Blacklock, dummy half for the running Bartram. Bartram dummies and runs away from Brown. Links up with Hooper. Hooper for Tracy. Knocked down by the Eagles. Played at the ball, did he? Yes, he did. He said play on. And starts the tackle count again. Bartram for Ainsko. Ainsko for Hooper. Hooper taken by Cunningham and by Gardner. 10-metre line for Brown to find Bailey. Bailey for Barrett. Barrett for Blacklock. Blacklock gets it away. On the far side, it's Lee Hookie, and he's pulled down by Menzies. Barrett. Bailey's with him. Bailey a metre from the line. Now Brown. Bartram runs the decoy. No, it's not a decoy. He took the ball with him. Bounced off his chest just for a moment. I don't know whether Forrest knew he was getting it. Now Brown kicks, they'll score. Touchdown by Blacklock. Blacklock scores. Beautiful kick by Nathan Brown.
Absolutely magnificent play. They got there in the end, the Dragons. It had been pretty good defence, hadn't it, from the Northern Eagles. Nathan Brown in a dummy half, very wily. There was nothing doing, but out of the corner of his eye, he saw Blacklock coming. There's Blacklock there, and then away he went. No defence back there. He just saw a flash, didn't he, Brown? And as soon as he saw him coming, away went the kick, and they clawed their way back, the Dragons.
He went to the video referee. For the record, it was awarded as a try.
As I said in the first half, I like St George Illawarra better. And this fella's floating in field looking for the ball. Here's the knockdown by Reeves that gave St George Illawarra another 6 again. Kept the pressure up for the Dragons, and Brown heard him coming. They had a nice deep line to the left-hand side. Manly got off their line quickly, or Northern Eagles got off their line quickly, and Nathan Blacklock, he came to the game. He didn't wait for it to come to him. Off his right wing, sprinted in field, called the call, alley-oop, ball through the legs, and a try to the Dragons.
Alley-oop.
Well, I don't know what he was going to call, but alley-oop did at the time.
Okay. 56th try of his career for Blacklock. There would be some people, some purists, doubting that that tackle count should have been restarted, you know. And there is just a question mark whether the Northern Eagle player did play at the football. Certainly it had an effect on the game, there's no doubt about that, so he restarted the tackle count. Bartram from in front converts. The margin was never too great. It is now 10 points to 8. The Eagles in front of the Dragons after 56 minutes. 2 points the margin. The Eagles in front of the Dragons at the Sydney Football Stadium. Heavy hit on Lamy.
Ray, very important period for the Northern Eagles. St George Illawarra are a team that when they score one, they can put 2 or 3 on you very quickly. They get into a rhythm. Unless you're playing with the football, they can become a pretty awesome side to contain. Northern Eagles have got to get their share of the ball in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Quick passing. This is Hooper. 41 metres away from the Eagles' line. Bartram. Away it goes from Ainsko. Barrett. Ball to ground, Oden playing the advantage. And it's with Andrew King for the Eagles. Trindle. Just on replay, Tracy using the shoulder in possession, getting rid of Albert Torrance. No stranger to blindside plays, Darren Tracy. Very vigorous, wasn't he, there? The Eagles losing ground with the football. Josh Stewart. Goddard. 17 is Durdevic. Comes from where? Paul down Narrabeen way. Narrabeen Juniors, did I hear?
He's a local boy, been around for a while, playing first division. Good solid player. He won't let the side down. He's playing well when he's been on today. Roberts with a bit of space, but good chase once again by the Eagles.
Hookie. Floating it over for Blacklock. Cut down on the 20-metre line by Durdevic. Trindle in an assist. Bartram getting busy. Trindle and Goddard hang on. The St George crowd calling for a penalty inside the 10. Bookie. Mind you, that doesn't come as a shock to anybody that a home crowd would be urging a referee to listen to them. Hart on the 40. And Brown for the kick to Barrett. Oh, beautifully dummied. Runs into a gap. Barrett gets it over the top. Here's St George Illawarra with Murphy. Ainscoe and he's outside. Tracy on the inside. He gets the ball away. And Barrett picks it up. Gets it away. It's gone from Hooper. Off the Eagles. Back to Bartram. Bartram gets it away. The Eagles have got it. Oh, razzle-dazzle rugby league.
Ah, dazzle-razzle, all right. It was everywhere, that football. Beautiful stuff from Trent Barrett, wasn't it? They all raced up. He just carved his way through them. The Eagles now need just to settle things down through Goddard.
Here's Menzie.
Well,
Illawarra, St George, the Dragons have got it. They play on quickly. Hooper, Blacklock, Brown pointing them around the ground. Take it here, take it there. Bailey. Timeout. Stewart.
It's a blood bin.
Blood bin. Stringer coming back into the game.
Just wait, Luke,
That was a good call by the St George Illawarra trainer. He got the game stopped at a very vital time. I don't know that injured player was interfering with the play. It's given the Northern Eagles a chance to regroup in their defence.
Bartram, Barrett, away for Tracy. Tracy 10 metres out from the line. Second play. Ainscoe, Barrett, off the Northern Eagles' feet. Not played. No, he started the tackle count again. Bailey. Tackle count has been nullified. Brown. 14 is Lamey. Lamey will play. 5 out from the Eagles' line. The Eagles leading by 2. Barrett cuts out 1, picks up Hooper. 3 metres from the line. Playing it back for Ainscoe, who's done a lot of dummy half work. Barrett. Now it's Roberts. Gee, that pass was dubious to Hart. Bartram a dummy half. Back for Barrett. They've just lost their way a little bit here. Barrett tries to run around them, is taken down on the far side of the ground on tackle 5. Not Blacklock, Hookie it was. And then Brown puts in a kick. I think they're onside. Up go the jumpers. And the Eagles have got it. Reeves. So hard in the mouth stuff for the Eagles. Durdevic. All of this was generated by a beautiful piece of play. Sleight of hand, really, from Trent Barrett. It's all been washed away now, but look at him. Look at that. Just one of the skills that this kid has got. The ball is retrieved back on his 40-metre line by Amos Roberts to the halfway line and then down, and he crawls along the ground there for a space. Ainscoe.
Jamie, it's bleeding again with him.
And blood bin again.
Just hold there for the whistle, Jamie.
Goddard's got blood coming from that original cut. So Gartner comes back into the game. Goddard taken out of it. Colin Ward.
Let him up, hands off. Come on,
Throwing it back
Steve.
for Nathan Brown. 35 out from the line, and Barrett puts it on the chest of Bartram. Bartram takes the defence of Nigel Roy. 25 metres away from the line. Barrett then spins it out. Hooper loses the ball. Stringer picks it up for the Eagles. 0 tackle.
yeah, the Dragons' big go the last 15 minutes is having Barrett drifts across the field looking for runners, plenty of runners in motion, waiting for the defensive line to make a mistake. They've made a couple, but so far the Dragons haven't capitalised.
Here's Roy. Reeves combining with Muir. And Adam got it away. Cunningham on. Roy is there. And Nigel will play the ball. 21 metres from the St George Illawarra line. They're leading by 2, the Northern Eagles, as Orford grubbers the kick down. Taken by Blacklock, and Blacklock is grabbed by Menzies. Over the top by Stringer. Ainscough coming away from the 10-metre line. Again Ainscough a dummy half. Blacklock now, his turn. Bartram has been strong in the second half resurgence. He plays it back for Brown, and Brown goes away to the eastern side for Fitzgerald. And 33 metres out from his own line, he will play the ball. Jamie Fitzgerald. Trent Barrett. His kick into an open space. Off the 20-metre line comes the Eagles with Andrew King.
Yeah, they've done very well in that little period, the Northern Eagles. They dodged a few bullets on their own try line. They worked the play upfield. Now they find themselves in reasonable field position on tackle 2. And a little bit of sting has gone out of that St George Illawarra offence. They had their chances and they're just back on their heels again now.
Andrew Voss on the sideline as Trindle takes it ahead.
Yeah, I agree with Gus. I'm pretty sure the Eagles have been energised over that last 5 minutes, just hanging on. You've got to remember, this is a side that losing's become a bit of a habit over the last couple of months. They'd won only 2 of their last 9 coming into today, so they've hardly been finding the line.
Reeves kicking in behind Lee Murphy, who's back in his... Oh! Picks it... Oh! Does he pick it up? Yes, he does eventually. But gee, pass me that Ulcer mixture. Pass me something.
Something. He'll be needing one, this bloke, Lee Murphy. He got it, lost it, got it, lost it again, lost it again. The chasers were there that time, and this is what the Eagles needed, back-to-back sets.
David Waite and Andrew Farrick grabbing for the Valley. There's the Eagles comeback with Paul Stringer. Just wondering whether the Eagles have diffused St George Illawarra. Trindle. Great time to attack them now. Goddard for Orford. And then Muir. Follow him. That's all you got to do. Follow him. And there he is, ringed by 3 defenders. Nothing coming this time. 15 is Goddard. He's back on. Then he spins away. Got a bad cut in the first half. It's been reopened. Orford. Reeves. Back for Orford. And the ball has gone forward.
It's bad luck for the Eagles. He's shown a little bit of enterprise there, Fatty. Brendan Reeves, hadn't he? You wrapped him in the first half, but he's got good footwork. He's prepared to take a chance with the football. Matty Orford, I used to describe his type of player as an Indian giver. They give it to someone, then they run around behind him and they want it back straight away. Real energy little player.
I'll tell you what, through a pure flum, I mean, the Eagles might have solved their 5/8 problem today. Brendan Reeves hasn't had a go there that I know of for the Northern Eagles this year, but he's played so well. Wouldn't surprise me if he's there in the number 6 next week.
Colin Ward. Lightball. You don't get involved in the selection processes, do you, as a member of the board?
Absolutely not.
Barrett. Hookie. Grogan making the tackle. Hooper. Young Brannigan. It's his kick in. His most avid fan will be watching, old Joe Buxton, his granddad. Smith is put down hard by Andrew Hart. Yes, Gus?
Yeah, mate, the score's 10 points to 8, 13 minutes to go. I still don't think 10 will win it, though. I think the Northern Eagles are going to have to score again. I don't know that they can hold the St George Illawarra Dragons out for the last 13 minutes. Keep their play up, very positive. Look for another try to close this out.
Stringer. Menzies. Probing, fending. Put down eventually by Ainscough. You could see Ainscough, he sort of got very urgent. He knew that he had to put that bloke away, Menzies. Other players were hanging off him. Ainscough said, I've got to clean him up. He's a good player, he's too dangerous. Orford's kick is high, into the swirling breeze, down off the hands of the Eagles, down for Grogan. Grogan gets a kick in, I think. Picked up by Amos Roberts. Doesn't matter now, the advantage applied if it did come off the hands, and Roberts will play the ball 16 out from his own line. Blacklock. Eastern side. Colin Ward. 30-metre line. Durdevic and Stringer, then Brannigan. Now it is with Tracy. Ainsco's pass from dummy half was forward for mine. Fitzgerald will play it on the halfway line. 5 tackles gone. And the kick off the boot of Hooper. Down for King to bring back. And he's out of the tackle of Colin Ward. There's danger coming here for St George. It is the Northern Eagles with support for Nigel Roy. Gives it to Orford. Orford, and he goes. He visits Rugby League's Garden of Eden. Puts it down behind the line. And the Eagles, with 11 to go, leading by 6.
6 about to come 8 with a kick right under the sticks. The boys are happy. Haven't tasted a win for a long time. They've got a sniff now. Great bring back by Andrew King. He's also been tried on the wing in the centres, but fullback is his best spot. Plenty of agility there. Got through some feeble defence, and from here they always had the numbers, but had to play their cards right. And Nigel Roy did very well to hold up Nathan Brown, and little Matty Elford, go son.
Yeah, he can do this, Andrew King. We've seen him do some marvellous things. A great bring back there, found 2 tired front rowers with some footwork. Now he's just got to play the numbers right. He runs the angle, brings Amos Roberts across field. He'll look back now for Nigel Roy. Now it's a game of cat and mouse. Nigel Roy's going to play with Nathan Brown. He turns him inside, he turns him outside. There's troops coming, but Nathan Brown's trying to buy the time. He can't buy the time enough. And the little fella, the fella that's been coming to the game all day, Johnny on the spot. Doesn't he like that? A deserved try to the young halfback, Matt Orford.
Then from right in front, it's converted by Brendan Reeves. That's 8 points. And the fat man is happy, so is the little man. It is 16 to 8, the Eagles with 10 to go. Can they hang on? We'll find out after this. Winless. Coming into today away from home. Looking like they're going to get home now. An 8-point buffer. Shallow kick by the Dragons. And the Eagles will play it 32 metres out from their own line through Albert Torrens. Cunningham on the 40-metre line. 3 tries to 1. Smith, Menzies and Orford. The tries. Menzies now tries to bust them. Hand off by Goddard, back and across, and then Reeves puts a kick in. Now the winger on the right is coming down the ground, but this is going to go dead, is it? Yes.
Paddy, the forwards have been far more aggressive with their ball running this second half, haven't they?
Yeah, they've really put their hands up, in particular Stephen Menzies. Adam Muir has been fantastic, and Stringer, as I said, he's been the most consistent forward we've had the last 6 weeks. He's been playing really well. The boys, well, it's a matter of, what, 8.5 minutes to hang on now.
Played by Lamey now. Ainscough swinging it away for Brannigan, and Brannigan gets a pass away. Played by Hart. Brown, they go right again, and again it's Brannigan. Fitzgerald running some kind of a decoy. Whatever, it didn't work. Short side again for Bailey. Bailey crashes through to the 20-metre line. It's not over yet. Hookie's pass, finding Brannigan. Brannigan Looking for Barrett, finds Barrett. Barrett gets it away for Ainscough. Ainscough kicks and then chases. There's a race on. Line drop out. The Dragons will get another shot.
Yeah, good play, Jamie Ainscough. He's got his team another shot. Just looking at some of these Northern Eagles, they haven't won for a while, as we've said, and they're starting to watch the clock. 9 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes. They're wanting this last period to go as quickly as it can. That comes from lack of confidence. They've got to keep playing the ball on its merits, keep moving off their line of defence, keep doing the things that have got them in a winning position, not just hope the clock ticks faster, because it won't. And opportunities like this, St George Illawarra can take advantage of them.
Yeah, they are looking a little bit tired, and look, the Northern Eagles are ahead by 8, but you can't write off the Dragons when they've got one T. Barrett in their side. I've seen them do it on too many occasions to write them off.
Oh,
good
gee!
Yeah.
Durdevic has come up and gone cruncho. And Lamey is okay. I can't believe it. They came together so hard. Durdevic and Lamey. 20-metre line, centre of the ground. The Dragons on the attack. Brannigan. Hart.
Andrew, I've got it. I've got it.
Chance on again for the Dragons.
He's got to take the tap.
Which he does. And Barrett challenges the line before passing to Lamey.
There's one. Go on here. Take him down, Paul. Wait.
Brown to the right for Barrett, and Barrett tries to beat them himself, hoping that a gap would present. It didn't. Brown, runners everywhere. Bartram in. Ainscough rifles it across for Murphy. Murphy's over the line, gets it down. It's a fair try. St George Illawarra's Lee Murphy. It is 16-12 now.
Yeah, quick tap taken there, and the Dragons, well, they're persistent. They're a good side, and they found out the Northern Eagles defence here. Long ball, that one from Ainscough. Now it's one-on-one, and what Josh Smith had to do there was go to Murphy and cut down his options. He sort of backed off, and that gave him more room to move. And look, Lee Murphy's not a bad player. He's got a bit of toe. So Smith just hangs off, and then gives him a bit of room to move. He had to go to him and try and cut him down, and Murphy did well to crash through the tackle of Smith and get the football down.
Yeah, well, Smith got himself in that position because he didn't go up with the rest of the line. He probably should have been up in front of his centre there, cutting off that pass or potential pass to the winger. As it was, he gave Murphy a sitting shot at him. And any winger worth his salt in first grade who's got a one-on-one 5 yards out from the line is going to make it very interesting for his opponent. Bartram.
From the touchline, got it away nicely. Oh, hit the upright and bounced back. 4 points the margin. 5 minutes to go. Andrew Voss, another look at the try from the sideline.
Well, it's a game that hasn't lived up to any great heights, but we've certainly got the grandstand finish, and Joshua Smith, feel a little sorry for him. Last week he was really done a number on him by John Hopewadi in his first grade debut. Came up against a very tough customer. Murphy's gone over the top of him there. Bartram's kick unsuccessful. 4 the difference, 4.5 remaining.
The Eagles to give the ball to St George Illawarra with a deep kickoff. Why wouldn't you? And Brannigan sending Bailey back at them, almost to the 20-metre line. That's a good effort to get back that far on play one. Barrett, they've stacked some players on the right, and they move the ball through the hands with Hookie down the eastern touchline. Knock on by Blacklock. Blacklock knocks on. That might be the last roll of the dice for the red and whites.
And Lee Hookie had to hold on to the ball for his team. He was always going to hit the ground hard when you're running that quickly. The man grabs you from behind, but you've just got to brave it. You've got to go down, retain possession for your team. He hasn't done that. Northern Eagles now. Can they play out this last 3.5 minutes, get themselves a very vital 2 points?
Reeves, Torrens, Ainscough wraps him up, tries to dislodge the ball as he hits him. King, Gardner. Good tackle by Lamey, driving in. Brown over the top, just outside the 40-metre line. And Muir out the back for Reeves. Reeves across for Orford. Orford a short ball for Cunningham. Cunningham. He lost the ball. Oden said lost backwards, play on. Orford again. Beats Brown. Bartram takes him from behind. 15 away from the line. The Eagles are pressing home. Reeves and Cunningham. Cunningham put down. Tackled by Leamy and Fitzgerald, and then it's gone away. Orford's pass was suspect. It's forward. He's penalised.
Offside, he was in front.
Penalised for deliberately throwing the ball forward.
Yeah, I think his outside support believed he was going to put a quick grubber kick in. Orford saw the chance for a 3-on-2. Hand the ball out. His teammate had run in front of him, and quite rightly, referee Oaten has ruled a deliberate forward pass. Gives the Dragons a chance from their own end.
Bailey. And
Oh, there, Luke.
Oaten
Play for one.
just holding play to get rid of that second ball off the park. Barrett. One of the Eagles is down injured. Now Ainsco's pass, I was going to say, was forward to Roberts, and then Roberts back to Ainsco. And the Dragons just trying to do everything on the first or second tackle.
He takes that Ainscow, they score under the post. There was support everywhere and only one to beat. That's what they're like, St George Illawarra. Extremely dangerous from anywhere. The Northern Eagles have got to make sure when they give them the ball, it's way down their own end of the field.
So, Goddard, who's been very strong, hampered with that head wound, but he's been very good today. Durdevic. Yes, he'll score! The Dragons over! How did that happen? What happened there?
What happened is the Eagles have scored. They've wrapped up the match. Kick to come, 20-12. They've worked hard. It's been a long time coming. Their first away win of the year, but Durdevic goes to the line and he backed his way into the line. He bummed his way through the line. That's what he did. Good stuff there from Dragan Durdevic. Been around a while. He just backs in and they hang off him. The big salmon comes through and away he goes. Beautiful stuff.
Well, don't bother buying the papers in the morning, because I can tell you the headlines now. Dragon sinks Dragons. This fella has put his hand up for some hard work all day. Always in position when they need him. Some solid defence. And you beauty, underneath a Wayne Bartram tackle across the line. The Eagles are winning match payment for everybody.
Jeffrey Turvey, who quite obviously didn't play in this game today, shows the joy on the entire face of the Eagles.
The way he was rubbing his hands, he might get a match payment too.
Dragan Durdevic. Brendan Reeves has been marvellous today. He converts the try scored by Durdevic, and the Eagles finally have racked up win number 1 away from home. 22 points to 12. Round 17. And the Eagles finally have their first win away from home. A 10-point victory. And gee, they had some good players.